Hello everyone, welcome to your March 2021 tarot card reading. Thanks so much for being here. March is going to feel a lot lighter than February, that's for sure. February was a heavy month. A lot of transformations were happening underneath the surface, and March is just going to feel more like a collective sense of relief and a collective exhale. So lots of things to look forward to. We have a Pisces New Moon around the middle of the month. We are moving into Aries season, which is always wonderful and exciting. It's full of fresh beginnings. And that's happening on the 20th. And then we're ending everything off with a Libra full moon. So much gentle energy and just a lot of energy around new beginnings and finally seeing all of our hard work manifest in the real world. So it's going to be great. Let's get started and I'll see you soon. Thanks so much. Hello, Cancer. Welcome to your March tarot card reading. This month for you, there's a big focus on career and your family and home life, but I think there's going to be an offer presented to you in the month of March, and I think it's something you've probably been working really hard for and manifesting, but I think it's still going to take you by surprise. It's kind of like careful what you wish for, but I don't think it's anything negative, or I don't think it's going to be too much for you. I just think you're going to see it being offered to you and you're going to be surprised at its presence and at how quickly and maybe easily you were able to bring it into existence. So you got the Knight of Cups, the Magician, the Ace of Swords, the Page of Pentacles, the Four of Pentacles, and the Ace of Cups. So the story I'm seeing here is that there's this Knight of Cups, okay? So I'm seeing it as a bit of a more romantic connection, but it could be platonic, it could be a work opportunity. But I see this Knight of Cups, and the Knight of Cups is pretty slow. It's one of the slower moving knights, similar to the Knight of Pentacles, but it's a very clear emotional offer here. And I think it's someone probably really similar to you, Cancer, and someone more poetic and sentimental and emotionally intelligent. And I think you're finally being offered something. I think these two cards here are the same. And this feels to me like a smaller offer, but a genuine offer. So I don't want Cancer to be discouraged. I think you're going to have to meet this person halfway. And I think they've probably worked up a lot of nerve to offer you something or say something to you. And it may not be exactly what you expected or thought. But like I said, even if it's a bit of a smaller offer or the beginnings of a bigger, greater offer, doesn't mean it's not genuine. Like this here feels like a truly real and truthful offer. And they may just be offering what they can right now. And so even if it is not as grand or big as your initial thought or what you had originally imagined, that's okay. Because it can lead to much more down the road with the Ace of Cups here. And I really do think that you are going to look at this offer and still hold your cards quite closely to your chest, Cancer. And so I want to encourage you to be as open as possible and really embrace this Magician energy. And remember that this is what you asked for. This is what you dreamed up, and it's what you wanted. And in order for it to blossom into something like the Ace of Cups, you're going to have to meet this person in the middle. And you're also going to have to, if they say something from the heart, maybe you have to say something from the heart as well. Okay, it's a two-way street. And it's almost like you get a little bit spooked, maybe because it's not exactly how you envisioned it, or it's like, maybe you're like, am I reading this right? Like, you're gonna pick something about that situation to kind of convince yourself that it's not right, almost. And you're going to be afraid to be vulnerable and to speak your truth, even though this is what you asked for. But the universe is really saying, okay, Cancer, this is what you wished for, and it's appearing in your life now because you're ready for it, even though maybe you're convincing yourself that you're not. You can have this Ace of Cups. It's already yours. It's already on its way to you. But you are going to have to speak your truth with the Ace of Swords here. It's like, it's almost like the only way you can fully embrace this Ace of Cups is if you share your truth. And if you're extremely honest, and even if that's scary, you still do it anyway because it means you're living in your truth. That's what the Magician does. They are very, very purposeful with their words and the things that they say. And it's why they're such amazing manifestors, the Magician, right? So you are really going to have to speak your truth and share a truth that is probably quite emotional. But it's like you're in safe hands, I want to say here, with the hands here. It's like the universe has got you. So you're safe to share your heart and be vulnerable. And like, I feel like Cancer is being a bit stingy almost with their love and their affection and their truth, even though this is what they wanted. It's like you're convincing yourself like, oh, but it's not enough. Like, I need to wait for a bit more, just a little bit more. But that's not how it works. You have to jump at this beautiful opportunity and embrace it and accept it because it's genuine and it's a true cup of love here. And it's being offered because you already are embracing this Ace of Cups energy. Like, your self-love is probably at a really good peak right now. And that's probably why this has been brought into your life, is because you're feeling really good, but it's almost like once it comes in, you're almost being tested in a way. It's like, okay, the universe is like, okay, Cancer, so are you going to accept it? Are you going to embrace this offer? Are you going to return the offer as well? Your oracle cards were, I always trust the direction of the universe and know I'm being guided. Yeah, you really are going to have to trust both the universe and yourself. You have to trust yourself that you called in your highest good and what's best for you, which I think you did. And I think you're going to know in your heart deep down that this is genuine and this really is an Ace of Cups, or this can potentially become an Ace of Cups if I am honest and if I don't beat around the bush and I, like, these are quite contrasting energies here. This is a lack mentality and like a fearful mentality in a way, because it's hanging on so tightly to something or an old way of doing things or an old mentality, that so tightly that you can't even step forward. Whereas the Ace of Swords is like fearlessly moving ahead and saying what you need to say, because you know regardless you'll be fine. And regardless, you're good on your own. So, like, what's the harm, right? You also got, with your other oracle card, Hiereth, longing for home, homesick for the stars. So, in March, as I was saying, there's a really big focus on your family and home life. So, you could find that when the Libra full moon happens on the 28th, where Venus and Chiron are connecting, that there's a situation comes up with your home life or your family that you need to pay attention to. And maybe you need to reconnect with your home or your family a bit more in the month of March towards the end. And if there's something there that you need to heal, then that's the end of the month. The Libra full moon is a perfect opportunity to do that. All right, Cancer, let's clarify some of these. So I want to clarify this Knight of Cups. I feel like this is the same person and you're really embodying the Magician energy. So let's clarify the Knight of Cups. The Five of Wands. I'm going to pull another one there. Is this something you really have fought for? I wonder. The Lovers and the Hierophant. Okay, so first of all, there is so much potential here with this Knight of Cups and Page of Pentacles offer. Like, I know it doesn't seem really significant right now, but it has so much potential to blossom into something so sturdy and long-lasting. And with the Hierophant, I'm getting like a spiritual connection here. And I think the Five of Wands is saying that you're really having like this internal conflict, Cancer. And it's like, you know, when you ask for something and you get it, and then you question if you're really ready for it. That's what I'm getting in this reading. It's manifesting, Cancer, because you are ready. And I feel like you're really battling with yourself over whether or not this is this is real and genuine, but there's a really solid foundational energy behind this Knight of Cups. And I just want to keep saying that it's real and that it's not just for show, or it's not like a fake offer. But I think you're having trouble seeing that, like, when this finally appears, that's your cue. Like, you're having trouble seeing that it's your turn next now to return that amazing energy. I think maybe it's like once it's so real, you're a little scared to face it. And like you're kind of like self-sabotaging a little bit here. Or there's a potential for that. Let's clarify this Ace of Swords. The Queen of Wands, the Nine of Swords, and the Seven of Swords. So much sword energy. Was there a past situation where you did share your truth and you weren't, like, and it didn't go well? Because it's like, it's almost like you know you need to do this or speak this truth, and it's like you really want to when you really get quiet with yourself and listen to your heart. But I'm just sensing a lot of fear and almost like paranoia and like going worst case scenario and thinking that if you share your heart and reciprocate, you're just going to be left out alone in the cold, and it's not going to go well. But the Queen of Wands here, the Queen of Wands is fearless, and the Queen of Wands is known for her really great speaking abilities, and she has a very clear voice, the Queen of Wands. And she's fearless in that. Like, she will say what needs to be said, and she'll speak right from her heart. And you may need to find that inspiration. And I just want to tell you that it's not going to go the way you think it's going to go. It's really going to be successful. And it's going to be a triumphant conversation that occurs here. So try not to go worst case scenario. I know that's easier said than done, but it really is that, like, what's the worst that can happen? What's the worst that can happen here, Cancer? If someone is already showing kindness and genuine interest and they're offering something up already, that's already such a good sign. And that alone should help reinforce to you that it's safe to do the same in return. All right? So be fearless, be brave, Cancer, and I really do think this is going to be beautiful for you. It feels like a really supportive, genuine energy, and while it's still emotional, it feels really grounded as well. So I don't know if this is an earth sign you're dealing with, or maybe a very material offer like a job or a work opportunity, but it feels great. It's just a matter of you embracing it and having the courage to accept it and also share your heart. So have an amazing rest of March, and I'll see you next month. Take care.